other side of me. The other side of me.
Hi there everybody. Today I'm very privileged because my guest is the owner and the founder of The Core by the MDF Production, and she is the Chief Operating Officer of Titay's. That's the trademark of Cebu. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miss Margo Frasco.
Whoa! Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Read that it started in 1907.
Yes.
Can you tell me something about it?
Here it is. Here is actually our painting of the history of it. Maybe later I can pinpoint to you on how it started. First, this is my father and my uncle. So yes, the business started around 1907, actually on 1907. How it worked was, it was basically if you were to buy a bottle of Coke, my great-great-grandmother would give you a few pieces of the rosquillos. So it got word of the town, and our future president at that time, President Sergio Osmeña, on his horse, dropped by here, and I'm like, oh, what is this?
Story.
Yeah, right? It's so true. It's like, so what is this product? What is this called? And then and my great-grandmother at that time, like, oh, I have no idea. I don't know what it is. She says, oh, let's call it rosca and rosquillos, because if you take a look at it, it looks like a rosca, like a screw.
Yeah.
And then ellos in Spanish is small, so rosquillos. If you've noticed, the sign of Titay's is very similar to the writing, to the font of Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Right?
Why is that so?
Because at that time, if maybe you still remember, maybe like 20, 30 years ago, if you were to carry Coca-Cola at that time, you got a free signage.
So I'll have to start with this and you have to explain to me.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the tough part because
Why? So
because
this one?
I can definitely tell you the history about our classic
Okay,
and our
your
corazon.
classic. Which one?
Woo!
I'll just put it here.
Kind of give me
This one? Okay.
Yes, these
Okay.
these two.
This too.
Yeah. So this is actually our classic, our Rosquillos classic.
This is my favorite. Oh.
Thank you.
This
It's
is my
actually
favorite.
this is the one that my great-grandmother pioneered back in 1907. Actually, Titay's, my great-grandmother's name is Margarita. So, ang angga is Titay.
Yeah.
So, it's Titay's. My real name is actually Margarita. So, technically, I am the second.
Yes.
But my nickname is not Titay.
It's a shop.
It's different.
Yeah,
So,
it's a shot. So what's the difference?
the difference is this. So, this
Aside
is
from the looks, it has a heart shape there.
Yes. Before, this is conceptualized by my grandmother. This one conceptualized by my great-grandmother.
Okay.
Before, I remember the only way you can determine the two was the packaging. The packaging to it was, has always been somewhat gold lettering,
Okay.
and this one was always red lettering. But the shape to it was basically identical. So then, us, the fourth generation, when we started taking over the business, we had to determine how can we distinguish the two without tasting it, just on the visual part of it. So we decided, since my grandmother came up with this product, and my grandmother's name is Corazon, we decided the center of it to make it into a heart, because Corazon means heart.
When it comes to taste, which one do you think?
This is definitely much more buttery.
I haven't tasted that. Only the original.
Then you shall take some boxes home with you tonight.
Oh, it's wonderful to tell. Oh, this is a lot better than this. But I haven't tasted that, and this one only, but it's heaven.
I would say equally the same.
So that's the story about
Yes.
it. So let's talk about you.
Oh no!
Oh, let's talk about
Oh my goodness!
Let's talk
On the
about
other side of me.
Yes, on the other side of you. Let's talk first with your production.
Okay.
I heard you have a show.
Okay.
What's that all about?
Well, so the studio is called The Core. The Core is actually an acronym. Calm oneself, release energy.
Who conceptualized it?
Me.
Or why? Why?
Because everything in life starts at the center. Diba? So I was thinking, I'm not a dancer and I'm not a singer, but into the whole sports. I remember when I was still doing sports, long time ago, we really had to focus on our stomach. Like that's where the strength came in, you know. So in singing also your diaphragm, you're dancing your center. So you had to really like for me it's like if you don't find yourself with that balance, so then you can't really release that positive energy.
You have your show? What's that?
The Margo Frasco show.
Okay. When did it all start?
To be honest, I went to school for the artistic side. I went to school for theater arts.
In the States?
Yes, and I've always admired, people ask me, why acting? It's like, every day is so real that stepping on that stage or becoming that different character is stepping away from reality for a few minutes. And I think you deserve that, you know, to be someone else for a few minutes.
Why? Why do we deserve to be someone else for a few minutes?
Because maybe sometimes we're, let's just say, living in a very hectic life where, let's say, our role is to be just this joyous person on the other side. I mean, I guess it really depends on the character that you're going to be playing. But it's like life is a stage, diba? That's what Shakespeare said.
Yes,
So
definitely.
we're our own actors in our own world. So back to the studio, it's like the reason why I created to that as well is I saw manggod nga daghan kayo mga good talented Cebuanos
And they were not given a break.
and they were not given a place. They were not given a location. Wala kaayoy location nga makahatag nila og proper studio na
To hone their talents.
yes,
Correct.
to hone their talents or to even rehearse. Let's just create a studio, a good studio, not to make money. Of course, maybe a little to pay off the bills, of course, diba? But to provide it to the entire community nga affordable kaayo to a good place.
I know that you are born privileged, di ba? You are. Even if even if you tell me that you are not. But where did you get that love inside you that you want to radiate to a lot of people?
My father always told us man nga ayaw mo kalimot o diin mo gikan.
How does Margo reward herself?
Actually, I always ganahan ko mga friends and loved ones and barkada. Kana gyud like I don't really want material things. You know what I really want is to spend time. Time na gyud kay kanang time is more than anything that anybody can give.
You told me you were living in the States for how many years?
Since I was 7. And
7
then
up until
10 years ago.
Oh. So, in your stay in the US, what learnings
did I learn? I think it made me actually very much more humble and grateful. Kay of course sa gawas kanang maninguha jud ka nga ikaw ra.
you learn to do household chores?
Of course, nanay pa.
Really?
Oh, oy, grabe.
You know how to scrub the floor?
Of course, kanang I remember kanang every Monday night kay ang basurero mo pick up man sa basurero.
Slang kayo, ladies and gentlemen. Basurero.
The trash man would come Tuesday morning. So every time we get home from school, my mom would always tell us to change the trash. Na i-take ang tatatanan, o na ipagawas to ang katong trash bin, ibutang na mo sa side sa curb. And then ikuman ka na on the weekends, mag-vacuum me.
You told me you love writing.
Yes, that's actually how I created my MDF writers. I don't know, I think I've always wanted to live on the edge of things, kind of. Mag-ride job ko, na ganay purpose. I don't.
So it's a ride for a cause.
Yes, always.
It's always been.
Always. Ever since I bought my motorcycle, una ay joy grupo mag-mega night class na charity.
What do you think was the adversity that you went through and you were able to surmount it?
I think the hardest thing, no, I personally lang, was, of course, as you can tell, I'm part of the LGBTQ plus. I think in my life lang, makaingon ko nga that was probably one of the hardest moments, not just for me, but of course, you know, no matter what, no parents will always love their child.
Yes,
Pero,
you went through identity
oh yes,
crisis.
not really an identity crisis, because I've always known man since I was young, something is not
Yes.
something ba.
Did you tell tatay about it?
Wala, but he found out before he passed away. So I think going back to your question, what was the hardest for me was kana good as an individual. I mean, no matter what the parents will always love their child. Pero kana tingaling at that moment na makaingon sila nga, this is how I am, or they find out that this is how their child is, nasa gay tingali gamay nga heartache, gamay kay, of course, not because they don't love their child.
Yes.
It's probably because of how society will treat them. I think the most difficult part is how will society treat my child as they grow up? Will they be considered an outcast? Will they be looked less? Will the questions be, there's just so many different thoughts that will probably ponder on the parents. So I think that the hardest or one of the most difficult part as an individual was probably going through it. But now, it's a walk in the park.
Your family is into politics, so
Yes.
as of the moment, do you think about it?
Yes, I mean, again, it's not me that votes myself. It's not me that puts me where you're at. It's the people who puts you where you're at. So, kung makagusto ang tao, makaganahan ang tao, makakonect ang tao, then who am I to say no?
As I look at you, you are a person full of humility. Where did you get that? Walang ere sa life talaga.
Because I think, again, I see how lucky I am. And how lucky I am to have what I have. Life is a journey. It's not a destination. It's how you live your life.
So you have to in mind that life is not a competition.
Of course.
You have to work on your own.
Yes, I cannot be competing with somebody else. Kaya tingali, mas kuan pa sila, mas knowledgeable pa sila din ha. Ngano ako man na siyang pugso, nung dili yun na para ako. You have to really know who you are for where you need to be, where you belong.
Are you enjoying with your journey?
I am. Ano, maingon ko nga, panahon na nako. Makaingon sa ko nga, I think I live a good life. I think I've made people happy. Natoy, nag-attend ko a virtual mass pa. And then, he said, forgiveness is not about forgetting. Forgiveness is also about healing. So, that's something that was very good homily.
According to Mom Dulce last night, forgiving is not forgetting. You still remember, but you don't remember the pain anymore. You remember that it happened, but you don't remember the pain anymore.
I agree. I guess easier said than done, no? Maybe dwelling really makes things hard. It's hard if you dwell on things that has hurt you. It's really hard for you to be a better person. I guess, like I said, everybody makes mistakes. None of us in this world is perfect. That's our path. Atong sala, atong paglift, atong kagulingon. As long as you learn from what you've done before. Again, maybe it might take time for one person than the other. As long as we're healing, we heal the other person we hurt, we heal ourselves, I think we're in a good path.
Speaking of path, I know you are now taking a new path in your acting career. With the one and only, yes, with the one and only, the baton director, Mr. Sam Costilla. What made you say yes to him?
I mean, who can say no to Sam?
Really?
I mean, it's like Sam tells you jump, and I'll be like, how high, Sam? Literally, how high would you want me to jump? Of course, I mean,
Are you excited about
I
it?
am. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little ecstatic, nervous, anxious. And you give me a script and you give me time, I'll give you a show.
Director Sam, that's something to look forward to. You give me a script, you give me time.
Was that recorded?
I'll give you a show.
Pwede pa to bawion?
Ano pwede ka? That's recorded by the cameraman. Kumusta ang puso ng isang Margo?
It's still beating.
Masaya ba ang puso ng isang Margo? Do you understand Tagalog?
Konti lang.
Konti lang.
Konti lang.
Is that hard happy?
It is in many ways. Classification-wise, katangtanan ma-upset. Diba? Katangtanan angry. And I look at it as anger, frustration, disappointment. Ang kinatasan nakuan na kana yung disappointment.
Why?
Anger is because primero pang
That's your automatic response
correct.
to it. Yes.
Frustration is wala pa ta nakatuon. Wala pa kay ta wala pa ta naka-realize pa tayo. Disappointed is going through the same thing over and over again. Na surpass na nimo ang anger. Surpass na nimo ang frustration. You're just so disappointed na nga wala di ako nimo natun-an ang inyong mga mistakes na to.
So you told me that your heart is beating and your heart is happy in many ways. Is there a particular person
Oh my
that makes
goodness!
that heart happy?
Myself.
Why yourself?
I think you're gonna have to learn to love yourself before you love somebody else.
You have to give a message to your own self. What would be that message?
Don't regret anything.
Why?
You only live once. And everything will just fall into place. And I've learned, let's not again overthink of what will happen because it hasn't happened yet. It's like fear is the future, but it's not even here yet. I mean, let's just deal with it lang tingali when it's here. I'm not saying do not plan for the future. Pero once ka nang mo imo na yung dipibon unsa man unsa na ugma unsa na. How about the now? What about you don't see the now?
What would you like to say to Tatay?
I hope you're proud of me. Don't, because you're gonna make me emotional.
Yeah.
And I've been telling myself don't do it.
Yeah, what you like to tell? I believe he made someone.
I think I'm gonna
great
need a
person.
tissue.
Tissue, please.
Oh,
Because I think truly, with the persona that you have, he might not be around, but he is.
yeah. Thank you.
But I think he's successful in molding the person.
Yeah, I think so.
Tell that.
And I miss it. Sam, I didn't know it was gonna be this emotional.
I love the accent, even if crying.
I didn't know it was like this, Sam. We're not even filming a show yet. You're making me cry.
So it's lagi na ko, give me the script, give me time, I'll give you a show.
Yeah, it's like
What would
Well,
you like to tell that?
I think it was his time, but I hope na he's proud that he doesn't leave or stop watching over me. And pohon, I'll get to see him again. May tagi lang sa soon.
Ayaw lang sa soon.
Ayaw lang sa soon.
Oh, ayaw lang sa soon.
Pero I hope nga wala kayo niya na himo karon. I hope nga makahimo ko sa iyang gusto. Na yung nabuki at ang ginagawa. Yeah. So, I knew you were getting here. I knew you were gonna get here, but yeah, I think I just hope nga I make you proud. I hope nga I want him to know nga he raised a good person.
You are a
I hope he sees that and
sis na.
he did good as a parent. He did good as a father. And I wouldn't be who I am today without his guidance.
What would you like to tell Mom?
Nay, I know I'm a little tough sometimes, but I hope you're also proud of me, and I will make you even more prouder. I will take care of you when you get old, because you're still young. No matter what, you will always have me by your side. No matter what, I will never leave you. I will always be by your side.
And to all the people out there who still need acceptance of who they are,
Yeah.
what would you like to tell them?
You can't force anyone to accept you for who you are. Like I said earlier, we will all go through it. We're all the LGBTQ plus community. We will go through hardship. We will go through the stairs. We will go through the stereotypes. We will go through the generalization of how we should not be. But be yourself. The most important thing that you need to do is that you're a good person.
And to all the people out there, to all the Cebuano who continue to love your product, what would you like to tell them?
Please always remember that Tita's is here for you. Not just through food, not just through pastries, cookies, or service, but we're here. Knock on the door if there's a way that we can help you, be it a heartache, be it financially, be it in hunger. Dili sa tagalin na mo mahatag ang tanan, pero o makatabang ng sangguni ninyo, put a smile in your face. I think we will always be here. Thank you so much for supporting Tita's for over 100 years.
I want you to complete these sentences for me before we say goodbye. Margo was...
That's hard. Margo was unsure before.
Margo is...
Very sure now.
Margo will be...
Someone that you can probably be proud of.
Would you like plugging your show?
Don't forget to watch The Other Side of Me, of course. And if you have time lang, please watch our show, the Margo Frasco Show. We usually air it every Thursday at 7 o'clock. It's streaming on our Facebook page, The Core by MTF Productions. Please like. And that's like if you have time lang.
And you're acting your movie that's coming up, your teledrama with Sir Sam.
Yeah, please, if you get the chance, also please support Sam Costanilla. He's very active in the entertainment industry. His advocacy is basically to promote the talent of local talents and to revive the film industry here in Cebu and locally and internationally.
It's good to have you in the other side.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
The other side of me.